Hello everyone, and welcome back to G.I. June on Jesse Heck Creative. Today we're going over Destro 03 from the G.I. Joe Classified series. Let's get to it. So here's Destro. He looks really cool. He is the weapons dealer. He owns this company called Mars. He works for Cobra now, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty neat. He just owns Mars Industries. He sided with Cobra and works for them, making other weapons and stuff. He's armed to the teeth. And let's go over this dude. He's actually pretty cool. So look at the old chrome dome over here. He has a chrome dome. It's really shiny, really cool. I'm worried about kind of touching it sometimes because, you know, it might come off or something. My skin oils might interact with the material. But, you know, whatever. It's a neat figure. It's good. Reminds me of Silver Surfer a little bit, you know. His head looks really, like, nice. It's actually, like, this really, like, chic kind of like material. It's really cool. He has these black eyes right over here. But to note, the head is actually a point of contention amongst fans because one came with a circle on the top and another didn't. And this is what I use for my actual Destro. This I use for something else. But yeah, that's Destro's head. It's just shiny silver, mean, grr. He has this sort of metal neck with some bolts, you know. His face is actually a mask where he apparently betrayed his clan. I think he's Scottish, but don't quote me on that. And he now wears this face forever. It's kind of a punishment, and it's actually pretty cool. It's sort of origin for him. He just looks really neat. Looks pretty cool. But he also has these nice, like, sort of ribbed armor right over here. He has this sort of hood. Looks like a snake, like a cobra, you know? Hint, hint, wink, wink. He has this white skin right over here. He has this sort of medallion thing that can be kind of accessory, but I'll include it here. It's just on a chain, you know, painted. It's all gold, painted with this red thing right over here. He has more armor over here, like I said before. Good abs over here. He has the weirdest belt that I kind of just hate. It's a belt connected all the way to whatever this is. When you drop the hips down, you kind of lose that sort of like, you know, tautness over here. But it could be worked around a little bit, I guess. It's just sort of poorly implemented. I'd rather just take this strap out and just have this, you know, be separate pieces. But I don't know if I want to monkey with my figures just yet. You know, it's too early in the line to tell. Wrist rocket right over here. Silver. We have the painted red. Looks pretty good, you know. Doesn't work all the way around for the paint, I would think. But it's fine, I guess, you know. He can't really get his hand out of the way, you know, to, like, you know, fire the wrist rocket. But it's all trigger hands, I guess, you know. But yeah, it's just a very sort of standard figure, you know, kind of bland in a way, yet he's integral to G.I. Joe. He's one of the main villains. Silver-toed boots over here, gray on the boots over here. Really intricate, actually, looking really nice right here. Same grays for over here, you know. On the bottom is just treads and whatnot. He has some good hands right here. Some good, like, you know, armored plating on that. That's pretty neat. Kind of medieval, kind of, in a way. I think he's a castle, I would guess. Silver over here, gray over here. And that's basically Destro right here. He looks good, looks great, and we'll go over his articulation accessories in just a second. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. As far as articulation goes, his head goes around, and then up, and then down, easier than Roadblock ever would. He has that sort of ball joint at the bottom right over here, but I don't really want to move it too much because I don't want to scratch the paint. At least the bolts right over there. His arm can go up this far, down, around. He has a butterfly joint that goes out a little bit, gives you a little bit of room. Swivel at the bicep right over here, a little bit tight. As far as elbow joints go, he's kind of hindered by that wrist rocket thing. Let's try this side and see how it goes. A little bit better. I don't know, it's just kind of wonky in a way, you know, a lot of armored plating, you know, getting in the way of that, which is kind of a shame. This goes around, down and up motion on both sides. That's pretty good. Crunch down this far, up this far. I wish it was more down than up. We have that same ball joint bottom right over here. You can actually cover that with the belt a little bit, make it look a little more normal, at least, more humanoid. Swivels around to the side. This is one of the more comfortable figures I feel, swiveling from side to side, because it works out really well on that ball joint. You know, you can give it a lot of variety of poses here and there. His drop down hips drop down really well. They go out very far and back up just as easy. They go back, not as far as I probably want it to, but it would cut into the leg. You get a lot of good range out of him. He can do splits, you know, very versatile. Kind of hindered by this a little bit, but c'est la vie. Goes up all the way, kicks the butt right over here, goes down, swivel around at the boot cuff, goes down, goes up, pivot at the ankle, and 2 peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So as far as articulation goes, he's one of my favorites, I think. You know, I don't really move him around. I don't really use Destro all that much in, like, you know, posing and play. But, yeah, I think I might. He's a little underrated as far as articulation goes. So, yeah, at least that swivel joint around here is just great. I love moving that. It works fine. I'm not afraid of moving him all that much. We'll get to that as we go along this line, being afraid of moving the figures. But as far as that, Destro just has really good articulation and works out really well. Accessories, he has a little gold gun right over here, a pistol. It's very futuristic, doesn't really have too many insignias or anything on it. It's just your normal standard little gold pistol. He's the man with the golden gun. It's not as gold, it's more gold than the chain right over here, and I wish they were made of the same material, but I feel like, you know, harder material, shiny plastic. So yeah, maybe his head's made of, you know, stone or something, or whatever. Send this aside, another gun he comes with, this kind of thing. Red, black, has a sight, a scope on it, you know. No trigger, so you just sort of, you know, have him, you can, I don't think you can really look through it that much, but he can pose his hand, you know, making it work like that, you know. I would put it in this hand, since he already has wrist rockets over here, you know, if he's a lefty or not in the cannon. I'm not sure if that's a factor or not. Finally, one of my favorite things that come out of this figure is this suitcase, or briefcase, or attaché case, whatever you want to call it. It has the Cobra insignia on it. I would love to get a bunch of these, because I'm going to use it for the twins later on when they come out. But yeah, I at least have 2 in my collection. It has a, you know, stamped, tampoed red Cobra on the front. It has a black Cobra on the back. A little bit darker material. You know, this is matte, and this is like a shiny material. So that's really, really good. I love this accessory a lot. Probably one of my favorites in the entire line. So we also have some buckles right over here, and a handle that's already like silver painted, so you can open it up, and this is really cool. I didn't know this until like last year, but you have money on one side. It's fine. There's a couple holes for molding on the top that kind of take away the, you know, cool feel of it. I wish it were like actual money. That came with the Prowler figure from Marvel Legends, and we have a computer screen in the bottom. You could see that. I would hope so, at least, you know. Get my light closer, I guess. Yeah, I'll get my lights a little bit closer, just so you could see this. Yeah, computer screen, Cobra symbol, a lot of buttons, a mouse pad, 2 space bars? 1 space bar? I can't tell. Yeah, just a little sort of like nub trackpad. Yeah, and a lot of stuff over here, probably a phone. This is a nice material over here. But yeah, I haven't gone over this in a while. It's just really nice. It has some attachment points in the back, yeah, no attachment points in the front, I don't think. They wouldn't really, yeah. Maybe, I don't know. It's just a really nice accessory, and I like it a lot. It's super duper cool, and if you can get to, it's well worth it. You could actually put things in it too if you want. You know, maybe like not the gun, but just a little, like maybe a smaller gun or something, like a couple pistols here and there. But yeah, and that fits in his hand kind of easy. You just gotta hold his hand up and open it with some rhinoceros strength, because these hands are really hard to open. That's my one gripe with the G.I. Joe Classified line. The hands are really hard to open. So yeah, that's Destro for you. He's all kitted out and ready for battle, ready to fight, and he's just, you know, super cool. He's well worth the pickup. And honestly, I think these first 5 or 6 figures are, you know, this jumping off point, or stepping stones to get people into the line, and they just pick the right ones to go first. Good job, Hasbro. Destro's really great, and he's awesome. Destro stands at about 6 1/4 inches tall. Here's Destro next to the Field Variant Kit Bash Roadblock and Jesse Heck Creative. You knew my computer broke. Well, you'll have to wait. I have an essay to write. Overall, Destro is one of the best figures in the line I've reviewed thus far. His articulation is really smooth and good. His sculpt is really nice, and the paint is really good too. He may not be that flashy as the other figures, but the accessories he has makes up for it tenfold. If you can find him, pick him up. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more G.I. June on Jesse Heck Creative. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Heck Creative. Feel free to click like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. You can also visit us at jesseheckcreative.com, where where you'll find more reviews like this one. Thanks again for watching and keep being creative. Stay tuned!